Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, Dale Horvath was in the first two seasons of The Walking Dead. He is one of those characters that he has a bigger role in the comics than he does in the show, and there's actually a reason for that. In season 2, the actor, I think his name is Jeffrey DeMunn, he wanted to leave. They killed off Dale in season 2 because the actor wanted to leave. Dale was not supposed to die in season 2, episode 11. There were plans for his character to live longer, and that makes sense because his character lives like almost three times longer in the comics. If they had directly followed Dale's storyline from the comics, Dale would have made it all the way to season 5, episode 3, where he would have gotten Bob's death. He would have gotten the tainted meat death. But the actor, Jeffrey DeMunn, he wanted to leave. And he wanted to leave because Frank Darabont was no longer in the show, and Jeffrey DeMunn was, I'm guessing, a strong supporter of Frank Darabont. And since Frank Darabont was fired, Jeffrey DeMunn wanted out, so they wrote the character out of the story and killed off Dale in season 2, episode 11. Now, his death was pretty much okay. I liked the episode. I liked the tragedy of it. I liked how, Dale was sort of, he was the voice of reason. He was the most morally good character in season 2. And his death was really the death that started the whole thing with the morally good characters always die first, and the characters that want to do the right thing always die first. And to an extent, I'm kind of mad at him for that. Like, if they hadn't killed off Dale, maybe the characters wouldn't get punished so much for doing the right thing and being morally good. Nowadays, that's all that The Walking Dead is about. It's about killing off the characters that are morally good or morally pure or want to do the right thing. But yeah, they killed off Dale in season 2, episode 11, and I liked the episode. I mean, I thought it was a strong episode. He had a good death. But honestly, I'm okay with his death. I'm okay with him dying in that episode, with him dying in season 2. I mean, is there a part of me that wished the character had lived all the way to season 5 and gotten the tainted meat death? Sure. The actor was good. Jeffrey DeMunn was a strong actor. I mean, Dale had a very unique presence in the first 2 seasons. I really enjoyed him. I think he's one of my favorite characters in the first 2 seasons. One of the characters I like the most. He made some of the funniest fucking faces I have ever seen. He just made some of the goofiest faces ever. And it was kind of great. Like, I would have liked for that to have continued. So for that reason, more than anything, I kind of missed the character and wish we could have gotten more of him. I mean, Dale in season 3 and season 4 and season 5, that's hard to imagine. That's just hard to imagine. I mean, it would have made things so different. But honestly, his death was pretty much okay. I'm pretty much okay with it. Keep in mind, season 2, if they hadn't killed off Dale, then what would it be, basically? The major deaths would have been, for season 2, Shane and Sophia. No one cared about Sophia, let's be honest. She didn't have a lot of lines. She was in the first episode of season 2, and then she wasn't seen again, and then we saw her again as a walker. It's not like she got a lot of character development. I mean, I'm kind of glad that they broke the trope of the annoying kids always surviving, and they actually killed the annoying kid first. And then Shane was the villain, and I love John Bernthal, but Shane was the villain of season 2. So basically, if they hadn't killed off Dale, you would have just had the little girl that no one cared about because she wasn't Carl, and she had no character development, and then the villain, Sophia and Shane. That's it. So having Dale in there kind of makes sense, and it was a great turning point for the characters and for the story. I think Dale's death was the first just huge turning point type of death that really shifted the characters and took things in a new direction and made them more hardcore. It made them work together as a team. If you watch the episode after Dale's death, they started working together as a team more and being tougher and trying to honor his memory. And it served a purpose. And like I said, I think, The Walking Dead season 2, it did need a sad death. It needed a sad casualty. It needed a sad death, and without Dale's death, it wouldn't have had a sad death. And if they had kept Dale alive, they would have killed Herschel instead. The original plan was to kill Herschel in season 2, and Dale was going to survive. But because the actor that played Dale wanted out, they killed off Dale, and then they're like, well, we need some gray-haired 70-year-old wise guy, so let's keep Herschel alive. And then Herschel was great. I mean, Herschel was great. Herschel was... He is to this day one of the most beloved characters in the entire show, and one of the most, talked about deaths. And he was just such a great character, and it's great that Scott Wilson got to do what he got to do with the character in season 3 and season 4, because in season 2 Herschel was kind of an asshole. So when they killed off Dale, then they decided to keep Herschel alive. They made Herschel more likable, and it was just great. Seeing Scott Wilson as this 70-year-old, just this sort of fatherly character to a lot of people like Rick and Glenn and literally Maggie, and Beth, and he was the voice of reason, and Herschel was just so great. He was so great. So, if they had kept Dale, they would have killed Herschel in season 2. So ultimately, I'm okay with Dale's death. I kind of like the character. It would have been cool to see him live on, but ultimately, his death worked for me. It works. I mean, it's The Walking Dead. You gotta kill characters, and you gotta kill characters that you like every once in a while. So overall, his death worked for me. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.